Hi there, I'm David Madison, pronouns he, him, his. I'm an educator with the Orlando Museum of Art and a facilitator of the Zebra Coalition's Art with Purpose, a weekly meetup where we explore topics related to identity through different art projects. Though we may not be able to meet in person, I'm excited to share with you a selection of artworks from the OMA that relate to LGBTQ culture. Let's take a look at this work by the artist Kyle Meyer, pronouns he, him, his. This visually complex work may appear at first glance as pixelated. The effect is achieved through Meyer's weaving process, where a printed photograph is cut and woven with strips of brightly colored fabric. Meyer is a multimedia artist trained as a photographer. His interest in weaving began after learning the process from craftswomen in Swaziland. An American artist living in a new country, these craftswomen became his second family. He immersed himself in this new culture, learning about their customs and beliefs. As a gay man, he was particularly interested in Swaziland's oppressed LGBTQ community. People forced to hide their sexuality and gender identities for fear of violence and discrimination. Returning to the artwork, the photographic portrait is of a Swazi man wearing a headdress crafted from locally sourced wax print fabric, featuring a vibrant design. How would you describe this man's expression? I recognize his daring, his confidence, and for good reason. A headdress is a garment typically worn by a woman, and by wearing it, he is subverting our assumptions surrounding gender and outwardly signaling about his sexuality. This image belongs to Meyer's Interwoven series, where the artist recruits gay Swazi men as his subjects and photographs them in his studio. The headdress worn in the photograph is then cut into the fabric strips woven throughout the finished artwork. The weaving process serves a critical function to conceal the subject's identity from those who may cause him harm. Still, it is a brave act to pose for Meyer, who describes his intention for the series to, quote, channel a voice for these silenced men and embracing an otherwise frowned upon identity with a sense of pride without neglecting the reality of their everyday existence, end quote. What are your thoughts about Meyer's process? How do you express your pride for who you are? Respond in your visual journal or share in the comments below. Be sure to follow the Zebra Coalition and the Orlando Museum of Art's social media accounts for more inspiration.